Ally with the Army Painter as we target new theaters of World War with 2 exciting new paint sets. Expanding our World War II offerings from the American, British, and German forces are the Soviets and the British 8th Army, all of them meticulously selected with input and guidance from expert historians. Today, we prepare to fight the Desert War with the British 8th Army and the 10 paints designed to reflect the equipment and vehicles of the North African campaign. From khaki drill uniforms to the sun-hardened wear of the soldiers who halted the Axis advance, all 10 colors are designed to help you achieve a realistic force for the tabletop. Now, this set packs a punch in performance thanks to its use of the Warpaints Fanatic high coverage formulation with 9 completely new colors to the Army Painter's catalog of colors. And today, we're going to show you just how to use these colors inside as we take you back to school at the Army Painter Academy. Now, you're going to want to prime your miniature first. We're using azenithal for this tutorial to help showcase the color and coverage, but you could save loads of time by using a color like skeleton bone or desert yellow. We're going to begin with tan skin for our first base coat. As you may have guessed, we're going to use it to base all of the flesh tones on this desert rat. We'll follow it up with an application of deep khaki drill on the drill shorts. Now, already, is anyone else getting Van Pelt from Jumanji vibes here?
Coming ready or not.
A hunter from the darkest wild makes you feel just like a child. All right, I digress. As we move on to greatcoat, green from the set to paint in the long khaki socks worn by the 8th Army. I'm going to follow that up with dark leather, which is one of my new favorite colors from the entire Fanatic collection. I swear I'll use it on almost every project now. It is so versatile. As you can see by Joachim, our studio painter on call, he's using it to block in some of the other smaller details across the mini. Desert olive green is used on the anklets, commonly called gaiters. These were designed to protect the soldiers from dirt and debris, working their way into their ammo boots, but they also provided support over the difficult terrain. Fun fact, I did tell you that I was going to take you back to school today. We'll use this to base coat the large pack for rations and other pouches and details. Rifle brown is employed to paint the rifle, and we'll use a bit of the steel from the set for the steel. Man, we really did make it easy to pick the right colors with this range. Use some light khaki drill and mid khaki drill in an alternating blended fashion on the base, and that will complete about all of your base coats. And it's time to apply that unifying wash, this time with soft tone. This is the only existing color in the entire British 8th Army set. The rest are completely unique. We'll apply this wash all over the miniature to add contrast and depth to the details. Make sure you work its way into the recess and give it time to dry. We'll come back with some of that desert olive green with a little bit of matte black thinned down with our Warpaint stabilizer for added control. Joachim wants to separate some of the details a bit more. See, the problem with painting camouflage colors is that they do tend to blend together as intended, right? But for your tabletop miniatures at such a small scale, this optional step will go a long way in helping the tiny details stand out from a distance. We will begin our layered highlights with an application of mid-khaki drill focused on the raised folds and edges of the uniform. You can thin this with a bit of stabilizer. This will help to smooth out some of the transitions a bit more. We're going to repeat the same process, this time with a bit more focus using light khaki drill. Blend in some of that light khaki drill and your greatcoat green to highlight the wool socks of our soldier here. We're going to reinforce the base coat of desert olive green on the large pack and other details. Now, don't be afraid to add a bit of texture with these layers. It's only going to add volume and realism to the finished result. We're going to continue using this on the pouches and gaiters. Then mix in some of the light khaki drill with dark leather to highlight the ammo boots, the canteen, and the other darker details. We'll tidy up our rifle brown base coat and then move on to refining it with a mix of rifle brown and light khaki drill on the smallest details. Joachim's going to paint the rim of the base with black, but you can use your preferred color to match your army, even though black is obviously the superior choice, but hey, to each their own. Now, if you haven't already picked up some of our chipping brushes, you really should. Chipping is a great way to add weathering and interest across any surface. Whether it's chipping or mud spatter, Joachim will use this to break up some of the clean khaki surfaces by sponging light applications of dark leather on the helmet. Then he'll apply steel with a small detail brush inside of those chipping marks for a very realistic effect. Moving ever onwards to the base, we'll rough blend the khaki drill triad across the surface to add some tone and variance to this textured base. And for a little bit of extra credit, you can thin down Beret Maroon from the broader Warpaints Historical range and apply a subtle glaze to the thinnest parts of the skin. This simple step will add a lot of liveliness to the finished result. Followed up with a highlight of the previous skin tone, Tan Skin, to pick out the remaining details on all of the exposed flesh. Then you can mix in a touch of matte black, or alternatively use a wash like Dark Tone to help define the details on the face, and in this case Joachim's using it to add a bit of stubble because it's 5 o'clock somewhere in the North African desert and this soldier does not have time for a shave. Go ahead, add some flock or tufts from the battlefield's range to suit your army's theater of war, and your Lee Enfield 10-shot wielding desert rat is prepared to fight the Axis forces alongside Monty's men and the rest of the 8th. Paint accurately with confidence thanks to the tabletop gaming industry's first ever era-authentic paints, available worldwide at trusted game stores and online. Learn more about this set and the Army Painter's full range of paints and accessories created by our passionate team of gamers and painters to help keep your hobby fast, easy, and most importantly fun when you visit thearmypainter.com.